As we enter into spring of 2023, I want to give you guys 7 bold predictions for the greater Kansas City metropolitan real estate market for the rest of 2023. And you'll want to stay till the very end because I'm going to cover things like what the pricing is likely to do, a potential real estate crash, and then I'm going to give you a bonus prediction that you won't want to miss. So if you are in the market to buy or sell in Kansas City, hopefully this information will be good for you because you'll be able to time the market based upon your situation. So let's get to my 7 bold predictions right now. My bold prediction number 1 deals with interest rates. Now, I have a lot of colleagues, both locally and nationally, that feel that if the interest rates go down to 5%, then it's going to open up the volume again. It's going to provide a lot more buying power for people. But the question is, have the interest rates peaked? And are the interest rates going to get down to 5%? So I've really struggled with the fact that the interest rates will keep going up, some a little bit above 7%, and even some predicted at one point 8%. Well, so I've really struggled with whether or not that's going to happen, whether or not it's going to peak, what's going to happen when it comes down. So here's my bold prediction. I believe that the interest rates have peaked and we're not going to see interest rates above 7% for the rest of this year. In fact, I believe that they're going to continue to decrease into the 6s. Now, we probably won't hit the 5% magic spot this year, but I do believe that they will come into the next year. So in 2024, you can expect interest rates based upon my bold prediction into the 5%. So my bold prediction number 2 is that there's going to be fewer sales this year, and it has to do with that interest rate still a little bit higher than what people were hoping it would be, and that we haven't hit that magic 5% number. Even with an improved interest rate environment and job gains, I still expect annual existing home sales to drop about 11% in 2023. And some people are even saying that it could hit that 4.5 million to 5 million across the board nationally. In fact, the National Association of Realtors gave their own prediction that home sales would actually drop 3.7% this year, but then increase next year 11%. So my bold prediction for this year, both locally and nationally, is that home sales will still continue to be a little bit less than last year, just due to the fact that people are waiting for that interest rate to come down even further. But the reality of it is there's a lot of renters out there right now that could afford an average or medium sales price home, and they're just waiting. So those renters that are waiting for that to occur are going to come out next year most likely, and the market is going to explode. So fewer home sales this year based upon what my predictions are regarding the interest rates. With fewer home sales predicted for this next year, that leads me to prediction number 3, and it's called flight to quality. So over the last couple of years, a consumer could call up anybody, a brand new agent or whatever, and really be able to get their real estate goals at least minimally met. However, the consumer is getting to be a lot more savvy when it comes to quality, and they're starting to really seek out those agents that do this on a full-time basis and have the quality to be able to get them what they need, get them connected to quality lenders. And there's been a lot of predictions when it comes to real estate agents. In fact, I'm predicting by the end of this year that 1 out of every 3 real estate agents are going to leave the market. Okay, my bold prediction number 4 deals with new construction. So due to the fact that there are renters sitting in their apartments longer, and the interest rates haven't dropped down to that 5% magic number yet, builders are out there trying to build properties, and they aren't always meeting the needs of the demographics. Well, there's some hot spots in the greater Kansas City that's not true. There's some hot spots that new construction is continuing on the rise, and things are happening, booming and what have you. But the reality of it is, the build jobs are taking a lot longer, so right now they're a year and a half out. Some I've heard are even 2 years out, and so therefore they are challenged with a lack of inventory when it comes to new construction. Some of these places, when they open up the lots are completely sold out, and they're selling houses with buyers not even seeing spec homes. So there's and that bold prediction from the new construction is going to start to level out. Another thing is that pricing for materials is continually increasing, and so therefore some of the new construction homes are pricing out those first-time home buyers. And so first-time home buyers are not able to always buy a brand new home because they're a little bit higher than what they want to spend. And so therefore the builders are going to have to start balancing out their costs and see what happens. So my bold prediction for new construction is that it's probably going to slow down a little bit in some pockets. So you might want to just check out what is going on in the area that you want to purchase and see if they are in your price point. My bold prediction number 5 deals with rent. So I believe that throughout the course of this next year, rents are going to start to fall. We've had a really strong rental market here in the greater Kansas City area, and we've had low vacancy rates. But I believe that rents are going to start to fall, especially when we see the interest rates falling and we see those renters who are wanting to actually get into a home that now can qualify. They're going to stop their leases and go on to purchase a home. So I think that the rental decreasing is going to be anywhere between 5 to 10%, 5% on the conservative side, and 10% if you are one that thinks that there are too many apartment complexes in our area. Bold prediction number 6 deals with real estate values. So what do you think that real estate values are going to do in 2023? Well, it depends. It depends on where your market is. I find that the south part of the Kansas City area does a lot better than the north part. There are just areas that are going to be continually doing better than other areas in the Kansas City area. Things like price points and school districts determine those things. In general, I think that this market in our city is going to remain fairly flat for the rest of the year. Now, continue to keep your eye on the interest rates. There are some people who actually think that we may hit into the 5% at quarter 3. I still think that it's going to be 2024 before it hits that low. So keep your eyes on that so that you can actually time the market and gauge that based upon your situation and whether you're wanting to buy or sell. I promised that I would talk about the real estate crash, and it is my 7th bold prediction. The reality of it is it's already happening. There is a real estate crash that is happening both locally and nationally. It's not what you think though. Usually when people think of a real estate crash, they think of a price crash, but it is not that. It is a supply crash. This all goes back to 2008 when we had prices crash and then fall, but what happened after that was that builders slowed down the production of their homes, and we had increased demographics and new family formations, but we simply did not build enough homes during that period. I believe during that time there were about 12 million new families that were formed, but only about 7 million new homes were built. That left us with about a 5 to 5.5 million home deficit, and that is actually where we are at today. The challenge with 2023 is what I'm seeing as a whole is that builders are starting to slow down a little bit, not in every pocket, but as a whole, they're starting to slow down a little bit, which is not feeding into that home deficit. Here's my bonus prediction for 2023. I believe that Anita Cordell and the Yellow Brick Group are going to continue to rise and serve more people than we ever have before. In fact, last year was a record-breaking year for us, and I believe that it's going to continue to rise for the 3rd year in a row, having increased service to you. So if you are looking to buy or sell, then give us a call.